grace and dignity. Inimitable is your style. Your ashes, your soul. Your theater, your goal. Everything. Everything belongs to the wind, my love. The echoes outside to the voices within. And all that's to come, and all that's ever been, everything belongs to the wind. Everything belongs to the wind, my love. Oh, everything. Oh, everything.
Okay, so now I've done a bunch of different takes, which now go into this sort of take folder. So as you can see here, I've got four takes. So now it's just a case of having a listen through and seeing which one kind of sounds the best. And then if there are any little bits that I think aren't quite right, I can see if I've got them in other takes. If not, then I can go back and redo some bits. Just from doing it now, a minute ago, it feels like this take might have been good. So let's give it a listen.
Oh, everything.
Okay, cool. So, so now it's just a question of I might now listen to one of the other takes and see if there's a better full version of it. So what I'll do is I'll just go back, and what I'll do quickly now is I'll find the take that I think is the best bass take, so that has the most body of what I'm trying to get across, and then it's just about doing a little, because I feel like that was really good, but there's just the little transitions are not quite right, but I've probably got them in other spots. But I'm just going to check out some of the other takes and just see if there's a better bass one. Okay, so now I've kind of found the best few takes, and I've actually started to do a comp. So it's between basically the fourth take being the main take. There's quite a bit of the third one, and there's also a little bit from the very first time I did it. There was just a little section that I thought was really good. So as you can see here, there's quite a few comps. Dush, 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 dush. So what I've done is, listening with the track, I've started to make these comps. Just sort of honing in on like the best bits. So now, when you switch between comps, now it automatically sort of switches the, it kind of does like a volume fade in and out, so it kind of smooths it. But you have to be sure, what you have to do is you have to mute the track and you have to listen to the drums and make sure that there's no like clipping happening, because sometimes when you go across comps there can be slight clipping, so I need to listen out for that. So listening where they join. So you can hear there's a slight bit, so what I'm going to do is make it bigger. So there's this crash happening. So what I just did there is just moved it slightly so that the crash would be on the take that I wanted. Because it's mainly crashes a lot of the time. If, for instance, in one take I've hit one crash and in the other take I've hit the other crash, and then you're comping between them, you've kind of got the decay of the opposite symbol, the wrong symbol, and that can sound a bit weird. See, there you go. See, there's a symbol hit, but in the other one there isn't. So just checking that comp. So I've basically gone just flatten that out.
Your ashes, your soul.
So now I've kind of cleaned up all of those transitions, as you'll hear here. So that's gone from that comp into that comp quite nicely. This next one. It's a little bit lazy, but see, that's a lot nicer. That's a lot nicer. So let's just check the. So it needs a bit of tidying up. That's a lot nicer for me. And then I feel like really like that. Once that program drums is gone, it'll sound fine. I'm just building it. It's left on the track. Okay, cool. So, all in all, that for me, just save it. Make sure you're saving. That so far for me, that I'm in a really, I'm really happy with how that's sounding. So that for me is ready to send to the client for their initial thoughts. So yeah, so I'll bounce that down, I'll send it to them, and then they'll come back with any feedback or not. Sometimes it's like, that sounds great. And I think generally when people do come back with little things, it's, I mean, I don't know, it's if it works for them, it works. But I think a lot of the time there'll be certain things that I won't have thought about. Because sometimes people, obviously different ears are really good, and it's more of a collaborative thing. It's like, as a drummer, there's probably things that I don't, I'm thinking about it as a drummer rather than just as the song. So there's maybe little bits that they'll suggest, and I'll be like, oh, I didn't think about that. And then you arrive at an even better situation. But then a lot of the time, clients are just really happy. So yeah, so I'll send it to them. If they have any feedback, they'll tell me, and then I'll come back here and might have to read. Hopefully it won't be the whole thing. Usually it's not like, that's awful. Usually it's like, oh, could you try like hats in the chorus, or do you reckon you could try putting a few more fills in at the end or something? And then I'll do that and send it back to them. And generally, I do that. I offer that 3 revisions, so back and forth 3 times. This being the first. So this is the first because it's the first go at it, and then 2 more revisions after that. And usually by the second one, or the first, or this is the first revision. By the second one, it's pretty much there. But a lot of the time, I'll send, what I do, and clients will be super happy with it. So yeah, that's kind of the process of beginning to end, really, of doing a remote drum track. So yeah, hope that was enjoyable. Yeah, please visit my Patreon if you're watching this on Patreon. And yeah, I'll see you soon.